Okay, guys, I'm here to give you a video today, and I'm just pissed and frustrated and mad and scared, and it's just I don't know. I can't really put it into words what I'm really gonna say because I didn't really rehearse it or anything, and I didn't really um, you know, it's just a tough topic for me to talk about. Um, this is just gonna be where my current evaluation of the WWE product. I know it's technically like a review of the WWE product, but it's like after seeing Mick Foley's post, um, I read it on the Master Soy Wrestling Corner yesterday, so I'm not gonna read it again. I'm literally just frustrated, scared, um, and I've just been feeling this way for a while with wrestling. I just been scared for its future. And this isn't anybody has told me. This is just my personal opinion. I'm just scared of for wrestling in general. Because I feel like it's going away soon. It's not at that point yet, but I know it's gonna get to that point. Um, and I just literally don't know what to do when wrestling goes away. Um, I mean, I'm saying like I'll have a life and stuff outside of it. I'll still do my college stuff. I'll still do my life outside of wrestling, but I'm scared for what I would do on my free time because I've been watching wrestling full time since 2007. Yeah, that's not the longest time to be watching it to now, but still, I have invested my life, pretty much my life, into wrestling. I've constantly watched clips. I've constantly watched the product on a on a week in week out basis since then. I've even like have paid for my network subscription. I am a little bit late paying for reasons I'm not going to explain, but you get the idea. I've bought tickets to the shows. I've made signs for them. I've had passion. I've had that passion for that company, and it's like, and this YouTube channel gave me my passion even more for this company as well. I love coming to sit down here and being all up and then talking about pro wrestling. Um, but I'm really scared. Um, because once wrestling goes away, I don't have anything to watch really. Um, Everybody else is gonna have football. Everybody else is gonna have basketball, baseball. If that's still around, I don't even know if that will be around. And hockey, because they watch all those other sports and they have other things like that. But I don't have those other things. I don't watch football. I don't watch UFC, which is another thing I didn't mention. I don't watch basketball. I don't watch hockey. So I haven't followed that. And I have The Walking Dead to watch. I realize that. I will have Breaking Bad. I will have SpongeBob still, and I'll still have all that other stuff that I guess I still watch on Disney Channel. Um, and I still will have Fear the Walking Dead, and I'll get into other shows. But is my thing. Wrestling's been my thing for a while now, and if that goes away, I don't know what I would do. Um, because everyone's gonna say I take this seriously, but I do take wrestling seriously. The reason why I'm scared for it to go away is because it's something I love. It's something I've dedicated my time into. Um, I WWE is pretty much WWE because WWE and TNA is something I've consistently have watched. Not really TNA anymore, but WWE is something I've consistently watched. I've consistently watched all the shows that I like, and I don't know what I'm gonna do when it goes. That's what I'm afraid of. Because I'm afraid what I'm gonna have to find a new hobby, and I just do not want to get into other sports because wrestling has been my thing, and then like it's part of my happiness. It's my scapegoat in real life when I have a stress in real life. That's my scapegoat, and now I won't have it anymore. I won't have. I've followed this company. This is wrestling's been like the only thing I've followed. Usually, what happens when I get into a new show is I lose interest in it. It's never happened with wrestling before. Um, it's just never happened before. Wrestling's been the thing I've stuck with since I've started watching it, and I can't. I just do not want that wrestling to go. I don't, because once WWE goes, that's gonna be the end of pro wrestling. Um, and everything just will fall. I won't. I don't know what I'll do at that point. Um, and that's what I'm afraid of. And it's like I'm frustrated because I know it's gonna frustrate me. I'm frustrated with it right now because I know they can be better. I know they can save wrestling if they get Vince McMahon out of power, put Triple H in power, get better writers, and just do better things with wrestling. Just turn it into something special. But I just don't know if that's going to happen right now. People are predicting 5 years wrestling will go, and that could possibly happen. But if the longer Vince McMahon stays there, it could be 3. It could be pretty soon. Because I feel like we're going to get into a bad Royal Rumble again. And that's what's going to ruin it again. Because if they have another bad Royal Rumble, it will be 3 years before pro wrestling's just done in general. And that's going to be a scary situation. And it's just like... It's just they had the potential to be something special. But they've used excuse after excuse. I'm just scared for wrestling at this point. I just don't know what to say. Yeah, you can say I can take this too seriously, but let's be honest. All you wrestling fans out there are scared. You know, when wrestling goes away, you'll be a little bit, something's gonna hurt inside of you. Not maybe like the casual fans, but the hardcore fans. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt me, and it's gonna hurt me because that's all I watch, really. I do watch like the other stuff on the Walking Dead, but it's really wrestling I watch. When it comes down to it, I will make wrestling's my big priority to do. Before anything else. That's why I stay consistent on this YouTube channel instead of my other non-wrestling channel, because this is my channel. This is my baby, because it's wrestling. And then what's gonna happen to this channel once wrestling goes? I'm not gonna continue talking about something that's dead. I don't think so. And it's like the fan base is dying because before you had the wrestling gurus, you had OTR Essential, who used to love making videos about wrestling. You had Suicide Dive Wrestling. You had all these guys that would come on the internet and talk about wrestling, and they've lost their passion for it. Even my friend James is starting to lose has just lost his passion for it right now. And it's sad to see that happen to James because I see in his eyes he does want to care, I think, about wrestling. I think he knows it's going to let him down again because they do that. The WWE consistently lets us down. I'm not trying to sound negative, but it's just, I just don't want to, I just have been thinking about this and I'm really scared. I know wrestling has its peaks and it has its valleys, but this is a very big valley. Like a very big valley. Like, it was bad in 97, 93, 97. I'll admit that. I know how bad it got at that point. But I don't know. This is this is like a worse stage, I feel like. Because I feel like it's just gonna because with the WWE, I used to like to say that it would get better, but it feels like it's gonna get worse. I honestly feel that way. I don't even know if it's ever gonna get better again. I just feel that way. Um, and this is like the first time I'm just really thinking about my place as a professional, as a wrestling fan, as a WWE fan, because I I don't even watch the show live anymore. I I just don't feel that drive to watch, that passion as I did used to. Nowadays, I just am like, wrestling's on. I don't feel it anymore, and I'm just literally scared for what's gonna happen when wrestling's gone. Because, so I wonder if it's now that I just wonder at the same time now too if it's just me, and it's just like people like me that are expecting too much from WWE nowadays. Is it people just like me? Because the casual fans, I think, don't really care. They just want it. They just watch the shows. But is it just me? Am I asking for too much with when it comes down with wrestling? I don't. I just literally do not know. I just like after that Mick Foley thing. I and after reading about that, I don't know. And now it's tough for me to watch NXT. It's going to be tough for me to watch NXT now. Because now I have to see them go up to the main roster and get buried like they always do. Like Neville, like Bo Dallas, like the Ascension. Um, just like everybody. It's going to happen to Tyler Breeze. I don't have faith in Tyler Breeze. It's going to happen to him. Um, it's going to happen. It's going to happen to Sami Zayn. It's kind of happening with Kevin Owens. He's somewhat a stall, but he's not. He's somewhat getting a push, I should say. But he's just the same. He's falling in line like everybody else. It's in like Sami Zayn. It's going to happen too. It's going to happen with a lot. Apollo Crews. It's going to be bad for him. But it's just going to be bad. NXT. They need to have the same people that write NXT that write Raw, or at least have they need to do something. But I just don't even know. They really just need to get Triple H to take over at this point, because that's the only thing that's gonna save wrestling at this point. Or at least WWE in this case, because if Vince McMahon continues, then who knows how long wrestling will be around. I just don't know. And it's like only the WWE can bring in the Dudley Boys and make them jobbers. Raw this week was bad. It just doesn't make any sense. You know, they have no star power now. They don't have any stars anymore because they're all injured. You know, and it is a string of bad luck because some of it's freak accidents. But they really do need to limit the road schedule because they really do. They need to limit it a little bit because it's a hectic. Everybody, even, it's hectic. And I know I don't really mean to say that. It is hectic. It's also a string of bad luck, but it's also they need to limit the road schedule. They need to get unions. And it just feels like that. Like the only reason right now is why I'm watching wrestling right now is because of I'm going to WrestleMania 32. I don't know where I'm going to stand after that. I should have just gone in 30 instead. That's what I should have done. I don't know why I didn't, but I should have. I'm just pissed and frustrated, aggravated. I'm all because it just seems like that they'll do something good for about a few months, a few weeks. So here's an example. This is like the last straw right now for me, kind of. I had hope when they had this tournament. I knew short term, long term wise, they could have done something long term wise as well. They could have created some interest when they created this tournament for the decided vacant world champion. And Reigns was winning. I was fine with that. Sheamus now won. They have Sheamus as champion right now. He's nothing but by his promos and by the way he's being featured. He's nothing more than a glorified mid card champion. Let's be honest, he is. Um, I'm not trying to trash WWE here, and I'm not trying to. I know everyone's gonna tell me to stop watching, but it's like ever since I started watching Raw when I was 11 years old, that's all I've done. I don't know what else to do on Monday nights. Ever since I've started watching SmackDown, I've done that consistently for most of the part, and I don't know what else to do. WWE is my main hobby. This channel and WWE is my main hobby. That's also why I continue to watch, because of this YouTube channel, probably. And I just never felt this way about wrestling before. I just am frustrated with it right now. I'm not done with it, but I'm just pissed. I just don't know what to say at this point. I also watch it for the Massasoit Wrestling Corner because I love that show. But I just need to know, like, I just don't know what the future is for wrestling, because I feel like the valleys are gonna continue. The more OTLS Central talks about it, that scares me. Because I know he's just speaking his mind, and the more James talks about it, it scares me even more. I know James, I know Slick Daddy, you guys are speaking your mind, but it just frightens me even more. And I understand you have to speak your mind. I don't want you to bullshit, but I'm just frightened. Now that Mick Foley has said that, the wrestling business is taking a huge hit. And it's like, the more I watch these bad shows every week, I'm just scared. And I get frustrated. And it's like, I know they can do better. I know they can. They have the roster to do better. And if they put their minds to it and the writing team and get some actual writers, we can get some actual good content. I'm not asking for like a perfect show every week. I'm not asking for something great. I just want something watchable. I want something good. I want to get a good consistent shows every week. Now, if you slipped up a few weeks here and there, then that would be understandable, because it's not easy to book a good consistent wrestling show every week. It's not easy to do that. I understand. So I understand why you guys. It's not. Then I would understand, but at least try to do like 4 weeks of good shows, at least 4 to 5 weeks, and then if you slipped up here and there, then I just want to see like the best wrestling show. I want to see it at its best. Now, I understand it's not going to be the easiest, but I just want to see wrestling at its best. I want to see good competition, wrestling with good storylines, good characters. It's not a lot to ask. And that's what would be hopeful if Triple H gets in there. But then, honestly, I know Triple H is doing some great things on NXT. I mean, like, the one flaw that he has is, like, the tag team. He would have to try to book the tag team division, I think, a little bit better. And he has to try to... He only knows how to book an hour show right now. He doesn't know how to book a 3-hour show. If he went back to 2 hours, maybe he could manage that. I think that's what the problem with Raw too, is it's 3 hours. 3 hours is a long time for a wrestling show. Unless it's a pay-per-view, then that's when it's acceptable. And that's what the problem with Raw being 3 hours, But it's like, I'm just scared. I'm frustrated because I know they can be better. But I still watch, I think, because I know it might get... I just want to have this hope that it's going to get better. And I do like... And there are things that they do right sometimes, but they just get everything wrong sometimes. And it's like... I just feel like they're on this roller coaster, because what happens is the Rumble time, they'll be decent. Mania time, they'll be fantastic. And then once Mania happens, they have a lull, which is understandable. You're going to have a little bit of a lull after WrestleMania because you have to rebuild storylines and things like that. But then, like, they have that lull for, like, a while. For, like, it seems like they have a 2 months lull. And then, like, Money in the Bank time, they get better. It's the road to SummerSlam. That's when they're on fire, I think. And then, like, after SummerSlam is when it just falls. And if they blame it on NFL season, and it's, you can blame it on NFL all you want, but don't use that as an excuse to make a bad show. That's just what it feels like that happens. Just because it's your fault you make a bad show. I understand you're going to lose ratings due to NFL season, but 1 week it was a 1.06. And who's going to want to watch a show with Sheamus as the champion? And who wants to watch a show where the Dudley Boys get jobbed out when they're supposed to be like this great tag team? And who wants to watch a show when you see El Torito doing JBL's entrance? Who wants to watch that stuff? Who wants to watch that shit? Nobody wants to. It's shit. I mean, who wants to watch Rusev versus Roman Reigns in the main event? That's like a SmackDown worthy main event, not a Raw. Neville versus Mark Henry. I understand you don't have a lot of wrestlers right now, so I understand that, but that's you guys' fault for not limiting the world schedule. Yes, it's the string of bad luck, but it's somewhat you guys' fault. You guys need to take that responsibility. You really need to do something to limit that world schedule. I actually kind of agree with James right there. They need to kind of limit the road schedule, because if you have a guy like Cesaro who never gets hurt and he gets injured, freak accidents are gonna happen, but they got to do something to limit that road schedule a little bit. They need to limit it a little bit. Maybe go have they at least need to do something where they get like a couple of days of break in between. But yeah, I'm at kind of a crossroads when it comes to pro wrestling. I haven't lost interest in it. I'm just at a crossroads right now, and I'm still gonna watch, but it's like I think I'm gonna call this video my current where I stand with wrestling, but I'm just at a crossroads with it. A lot of people are taking hiatuses from it, and they say when they come back from that hiatus, they actually enjoy the product a little bit better. It makes the pay-per-views easier to watch when you're not watching Raw, SmackDown. So maybe I should do that. But it just is kind of the reason I also still watch. It's just force a habit at this point. Just kind of like what happens sometimes is I'll just instantly put on Raw without thinking about it now. It just becomes a routine for me. It's been a routine. So that's what happens too. So it's like, it's not even like I do it. It's like, I don't know. But anyhow, that's pretty much it for this video. I'm probably going to talk about this when I come back from the Massasoit Wrestling Corner on Monday. And I'm at a crossroads with wrestling. I'm still going to watch the product, but it's like, I'm going to see what happens after WrestleMania 32. Maybe wait a few weeks after that, and I'll see where I stand with it. Maybe I'll just watch the old stuff. I don't know. But that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to click off this video. If I'm really not in the mood to plug stuff, so you know what to do at this point. But yeah, we'll have to see where I stand with wrestling after this.